show war plans. If you haven't heard about this government-created psyop, well, you need to hear about it. And what's unfortunate about it is that I even have to do a video discussing psychological operations and how the news is actually scripted. And this is how people end up living in a false reality by believing in the stuff that's manufactured and produced to them to drive them insane. And of course, this by design keeps people stuck inside of the Republican, Democrat, left, right paradigm. So if you haven't heard this story, this is going to give you a good laugh because it's absolutely hysterical. The stuff that has been deliberately released, which isn't real, it's all scripted, and the response from the people out there who are stuck in this psychosis because they see it on the news and then they suddenly think that it's real, it's reality. They don't realize that wicked people who run and control the media do this by design. They manufacture these stories so that they can herd you like cattle. So the story is this: the Trump administration accidentally texted war plans to a journalist from The Atlantic. And this is as fake gets. They're putting images up on the screen of the Signal group chat members and of course telling you a fictional tale of how somehow people in government added someone to a group chat message by mistake, right? How convenient. They sent it to this guy by mistake, who I'll show you this guy in a second, and everybody out there who follows my channel will know exactly how fake all of this is just by seeing who the actual reporter is who accidentally got added to the group chat, right? Because that's how careless government is. They do this stuff over text messaging, right? We're supposed to believe that they're sending out war plans via text messaging on a Signal app. And then they give us the cast of characters, of course, so you can visualize the incompetency, right? You get Mike Waltz, National Security Advisor. You get Vice President J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State. You get this guy, Pete Hegseth, who, you know, is working at Fox News. I love how all of these people just are working on the television, talking about left and, you know, dividing people. Then they end up in the White House, whether it was with Biden or whether it's with Trump, right? These are actors. People are emotionally invested in these people. People aren't even thinking to themselves, hey, this guy was just on TV as a journalist. Now he's in charge of the defense, you know, now he's the defense secretary. I mean, it's just make-believe. It's make-believe world, right? Tulsi Gabbard, a lifelong Democrat, now is in the Trump cabinet, right? Stephen Miller, another guy who's always on Fox News, is the deputy White House chief of staff. So these are the characters involved. And the narrative that's out there is incompetency. Does that sound familiar to you? Incompetency, these are the articles out there. Incompetence is staggering. Trump administration accidentally leaked Yemen war plans to Atlantic editor. Then you get some of these headlines. Effing liar, Senator Duckworth rips Pete, calls for his resignation over.
Okay, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises. Let me say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Halal La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. I'm the brother Taz of War from the GMS New Jersey camp. And just here with another lesson. This one is click the button. Thought the title was interesting, and as you heard him, he's speaking about, I guess, some war plans that was leaked, and more likely it's probably some bull crap. So what I want to do is take a different turn, and I'm gonna go to the full spectrum, so bear with me.
Welcome back, everybody, to Full Spectrum Survival on YouTube. I do the scrolling so that you don't have to, bringing you the news that you need to know. Trump's envoy has said that Putin is a smart individual who must be taken seriously. He says you have to watch him. He's ex-KGB. You could be looking at him in his face, and he will be looking to manipulate you. Here's how he sees it. In the old days, the KGB only involved people who were the smartest in the entire country. People who the nation of Russia could rely on to die for the country. He's a smart individual, he says. You don't want to give him the credit that he is due. And that's okay, because the U.S. government must begin to. They say there is a right here that the politicians are trying their hardest to coerce and to manipulate the situation between Russia and Ukraine. But it must start now, that we take what's happening very seriously. China just recently publicly unveiled the development of a compact deep-sea cable-cutting device. This device is capable of operating at depths up to 12,000 feet or 4,000 meters. This raises a very serious security implication. Military intelligence.
Yeah, the brother in the camp, Shalom to the bros. Brother in the camp, Kahan, sent me an article a little bit earlier. And that article was them cutting the cable in the sea. Now, I never knew that these devils would have cables running through the sea to a different land. You know, that's amazing. But I think in that article, let me see if I can pull it up. Pull it up. It says China unveils a powerful deep sea cable cutting that could reset the world order. Beijing now has the power to disrupt global communication after scientists revealed a device that can sever undersea cables. So everything is pointed to the lights going out, and when the shit hit the fan, there will probably more than likely be no electricity at all. There will be no lights. There will be no cell phone usage. You know, there will be no cameras used. So, you know, this is a time, a great time to be living in, because our Lord Yahweh Shai spoke of the signs that we should look for. You know, he said uproars of the people. All right, the prophecy of Jacob's trouble, the signs in the heavens. You know, there's a lot going on that is hard to keep up with everything. And that's, you know, another reason why there's no excuse to not be doing the lesson and to really be on fire in this thing. You know, at the same time you catching hell, at the same time you on fire in this truth, you know, and it just goes that way. You know, it's like this is fourth quarter, you know, and it's only what, 4 minutes, well, maybe 44 seconds left on the clock. Nah, I say a minute 44, right? And that minute 44, you got to go hard, man. And you giving it all you got, you know, like you in a workout. You know, you got your coach or your partner there. He push it, go, you know, and you know, you giving it all you got. Well, that's what we're doing through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, despite all the pain, all of the what the scriptures talk about, the weak nature. You know, put off now the weak nature, the burdens of man. You know, we have burdens upon us, man. We have it's a lot of stress, distress, you know, that you can fall into. But the water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that keeps us strong in the spirit, you know, keeps us strong in the spirit. And remember, brothers, the Lord don't give you what you can't handle. So whatever you're going through, just know that you can handle it. That's why you're going through it. He said he will make a way for you to escape. You know, it's gonna be a period where it goes away. All right. You look at these things as trials, but at the same time, you know, we looking forward to the kingdom. So we prophesizing, you know, like there's no tomorrow. Okay, prophesizing today. You know, like there is no tomorrow. You know, and that's the faith that we have to have in this truth, looking forward to Yahweh Shai to appear, to redeem us. You know, shit gonna come so fast when it do, that even the men of the Lord gonna be like, damn, this is it. You know, even though the scriptures say you yourselves know you have no need that I write unto you. 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter. You have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Even the brothers, you know, when this shit when it click, you know, it's gonna be like, woo, it's go time, you know, survive, you know. But the difference is, you know, brothers not gonna you know, lose their mind, because the scriptures tell us the knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thou time. See, we have the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and also the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Which is the riches of this truth. And it's gonna keep brothers stable because we understand what we are up against. You know, we understand what's gonna come to pass as well, and we understand what we're up against. Most people that don't know what they up against, it gets very frightening. It gets very frightening for those that don't know what they up against. You know, imagine, you know, you getting put on the back of a paddy wagon and you have no understanding, you know, that you just felt you just got kidnapped, you know, and they called your name and your name was on a clipboard and they grabbed you up, threw you on a paddy wagon, you know, in the back of the van with no windows. Can you imagine what's going through that man's head? Crying, you know, frightened, you know, scared out his mind, you know. But a brother will know, hey, you know, the scriptures say, be faithful unto death. And we also understand, because Yahweh Shai told us, he said, the serpent is not greater than his master. So whatever Yahweh Shai went through, the men of the Lord will go through. So when these things pressed against us, we have that understanding to have our faith to the end, to we'll be taken up on that ship. But the rest, like 2/3, will have no understanding, and you will perish, you know, for your wickedness. Scriptures tell us in 2 Esdras 9, they must know it after death by pain, meaning you're gonna have to perish on this side in a terrible way in order for you to get this truth that we have through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is this word. And remember, the word was made flesh, which is Yahweh Shai. So we have Yahweh Shai with us through the Spirit. He said, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm in the midst of them. You know? And he even told us, he said, even when you get called up to the magistrates, don't think about what you should say. The Father's going to give us a mouth to speak. So we're not alone. I'm thinking about Elisha and the understudent, his student, when they was, you know, being surrounded by an army. And Elisha said, look, you see? And the man said, I can't see. He said, you see the angels? Well, I'm gonna roughly paraphrase it. I don't know. I'm just gonna quote it. If you brothers are watching, listening, please lead a precept. You know? But Elisha told him, look, you see? And he said, I can't see. You know? So Elisha prayed that his understudent could see what he saw. And what he saw was the angels right above those men that were surrounding them. All right. And he said, there's more of us than it is them. So we're not alone, man. We're not alone. So with this report, with him bringing it up, and the brother in the camp, you know, brother Kahan, beloved brother, he sent me that article this morning, you know. So it all points to the lights going out. Everybody keep talking about these lights going out. It's going to happen, man. You know. And the scriptures talk about how this shall be a trouble that was never seen on earth. You know, regular Jake and, you know, the regular heathens out here that live among us in these cities and in the city, there ain't gonna be no lights for you, you know. Now the elite gonna have it because they're stored away ready for Yahweh Shai to come. You know, they think they're gonna hide, but instead they just caught up in their own trap. So let's play some more of this video. Salakia.
Is said to be scrambling now. Intelligence communities around the world say that we are going to be facing a blackout moment. Now it's described by China for civilian purposes.
See, a blackout moment. Now a few years ago, I think it was in 22, when a video came out with Kyle Slobs, or could have been 23. Yeah, 23, 22, maybe 24. I know it was 20. I know it had to be just 2-3 years ago. It seemed like it was yesterday. But remember, he came out with the video and said, you know, something greater that's bigger than what happened in 2020 is gonna make it look like child's play. So what's gonna be bigger and greater than that, than what we went through already? All right. Blackout, man. Darkness.
Of course. It could be used for deep sea mining, salvage operations, But when they sever the armored subsea communication cables, you have to remember, these cables are responsible for a large majority of the world's data transmission. There will be a very serious military implication.
Right, and I'm gonna show you real quick. You know, the article, or matter of fact, I'll post it. That's what I'll do. I'll post it up there. Right, I'll post the video. I'll post the article up. Yeah. So let's continue.
You and your family will go into blackout mode immediately.
Right.
A quite telling story recently is of a person. We're going to leave them unnamed for the purpose of this story.
Hey, and another thing is this too. Man, if that's the case, you know how long it would take for them to restore that service? Restore that electricity for you to have lights? If they, clipping wires in the sea? Because they would have to find it, they would have to attach it, That's why all war is about to break out, man. Civil war, world war. This is a good time, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring a great judgment to this wicked society called Babylon the Great. It's also a very scary time because a lot of people are going to perish, man. A lot of you jakes are going to go down. And it's very necessary, and it's a righteous thing, because you're wicked as all hell, man. You're wicked as all hell. If Lot was vexed in Sodom and Gomorrah, what are we? We're more than vexed. I don't know a word that can probably, up it of being vexed. But we that, whatever it is, if it is one. More than vexed. It's disgusting here, man. This is a wicked place, man. It's a wicked place, man. Nothing is good here. Nothing. Makes sense when Yahweh Shai said, why ye call me good? Nothing good but the Father, Because this society is wicked. Jake is wicked as hell, man. And like I did a lesson yesterday through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, don't trust these people in the world, man. If they don't believe this truth, they don't really give a they don't care about you, bro. They don't care about you, all right? They don't care about you. They care about themselves, And when the shit hit the fan, if they don't care about you now, what you think they're going to do when they're trying to survive? They're going to off you. So embrace it. Yahweh Shai said, I have called you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. If you was of the world will love his own. So this is why, you're alone in this truth, and you realize you don't fit in with everybody. For us brothers that been around a little bit, that got a little age to you, you played the streets first and the blocks. You went to college and you played the ways of the world. You did all that. As being in this truth as long as you have, and then you look back into the world. You look at the ninjas at the corner store. You look at your old buddies, your friends, your homies. Yo, what up, my nigga? Even when you put on that spirit, yo, what up? You still inside know you're not like them anymore, man. You don't fit in. You don't fit in. Even your man, your man from the childhood, yo, what up? See you in a minute. Let's go with you. I'm chilling, But as you sit there and process, and then you realize, this man, he's more wicked than we was when we was young. He's still on that time? God damn. You realize you don't fit in. He don't know that. So, you kind of, I'm gonna get up with you. Getting up with him, man. You probably get up with him. A little drink or two, bored, you know what I mean? Go out over there, see him. But that's it. It ain't no everyday thing or every weekend thing, man. What I'm trying to make the point is that we don't fit in this society, man. When you stand for righteousness of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Lord said, hate the evil, love the good. If you really are truthful and serious about this truth, you hate wickedness, man. And it's not that you gotta act up. Let me make this make sense. Because you got simple people out here that like to twist things around when you say certain things. It vexes you, even though you can't act upon it, right? But you hate this place because wickedness is allowed, it's accepted. People will defend it. That's what pisses you off. People defends it. People come to their rescue when they're wicked. But for those that are righteous, that come, you know, speaking good things, you are attacked. You are attacked, man. You are attacked. And then nobody stands on your side. It's just you. You know? It's just you, man. So what that builds up, that passion, that spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to want the kingdom even more, man. You know? And the only one that understands us is us. Those of the hopeful elect. That's why it's like, you know, and I'm going to close the show. I'm doing a little bit of talking. It's a little different. Like I said, this was a click the button. But that's why brothers, when we get up, brothers do the camp, and brothers, you know, come back for the sit down, and then when brothers depart after the night, it's back to hell, man. It's back to hell, man. Back to your 1-2 dealing with the world, you know. But let's continue in our close. Salaki.
They went to a doctor. The doctor diagnosed them with a serious, grave, a life-threatening issue. Then they took their medical records. They took their scans. They uploaded them to ChatGPT. ChatGPT diagnosed them with something much lower risk and entirely differently. They sent this information, including the transcripts from ChatGPT, to the doctor. The doctor and his colleagues confirmed that they made a mistake. ChatGPT was right. This is an insane situation, but it just goes to show you that there is room right now for every single profession to be changed by AI. Now, we just saw that leaked Pentagon document. The United States of America is in the preparation phase to prevent the emergence of a European-only, that means without the USA, security agreement. Now, Europe is a region that sees multiple massive amounts of resources. They would consolidate control. They would be sufficient to generate their own resources and defensive global power capabilities. America must not let this happen. Reports show that Chinese couples are right now hiring American women as surrogates. They're having them give birth to Chinese children inside of America with no allegiance to the country. Chinese couples come over during the birth. They take the child back to China. It has a U.S. passport. We're seeing these reports say that this is happening tens of, maybe hundreds of thousands of times across our country. The individual says, while we were in California, we learned about this. It's called rent a womb. It's in which people come over. They're Chinese citizens. They're giving their eggs, they're giving their sperm to an American woman. In this rent-a-room scheme, you have these parents inside of India, inside of China, inside of Russia, inside of sometimes enemy countries, giving tens of or hundreds of thousands of dollars to get an American citizen with absolutely no allegiance to the United States of America. Now, I'm old enough to remember when you stood up in class every day and you pledged your allegiance, not in some sort of dystopian way, but in an acknowledgement that you live in a country and you will fight for...
Well, if that's the case, if China's doing that, grabbing American citizens, if they grab Jake and have babies with Jake men, they birthing Israelites. Man, the Lord is working the work, man. You know? You know? Hey, the Lord is working the work. That's something else. But I'm going to close the show with that. You know? Hope this lesson was edifying. Wanted to do something while I took this ride. Lord willing, I pray you edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Hopefully you got something from the lesson that builds upon your faith toward the Lord. Alright? Pray, man. As Yahweh said, pray without ceasing. Pray that, you know, these days are shortened for the elect's sake, and that we get the hell up out of here. The Lord fulfill these prophecies, man. And we get to the kingdom. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.